Hey guys, I'm back for another stream, and welcome to Hypixel SkyBlock, and holy, I am freaking sweating. I did just get out of the shower, but I think my body's still so overheated that I'm continuing to sweat. Anyways, hello! I've been doing some off-camera work since the last stream, and I think you're gonna love it. So, without further ado, let's get into the freaking game. I think the thing that most people are probably thinking of right now is Dragon Pet. That is the thing we ended stream off with yesterday. I did a little bit of mining off camera, big surprise, and we got him to level 99.9999 something, I don't know. It's very close. So we're going to equip the Golden Dragon, head into the Crystal Hollows, and we're gonna do something I've been waiting to do for the past 3 freaking days. So what happened? What exactly happened? Well, when the last stream ended, I figured, you know what? Coal is mare right now, which means that I'm getting an extra 60 mining wisdom, and I also have seasoned mine man at 100, which gives me another 15 mining wisdom. Booster cookie, god potion. Let's visit Cake Hub, consume all the cake. And we're going to redeem a double daily, and that should do it. Your Golden Dragon leveled up to 101. There it is. It actually starts out with stats. I was under the impression it would start with nothing, but no, it actually gives 105 strength, 25.25 bonus attack speed, and 21 magic find. And apparently it's impossible to hit level 100. It just skips straight to 101. And apparently it's really close to level 102. That's actually correct. So let's redeem the other double daily, I suppose. Boom! Now the Golden Dragon's level 102. So before we do anything, I want to get the other double dailies done because that's just good practice. I do have some powder still to acquire after all, so we might as well do that. Boom! And then we get to Amber, and then we kill some Yogs, and then it is time to test out the damage of the Golden Dragon. Now, I don't have a billion coins in my bank. I am aware of that. That is slightly disappointing, but it also makes sense. I am an Iron Man player after all, so it's not that easy just to go and get coin. But I assure you, we will do that. We will go and get coin. That's not bad in stats. Let's spec into, I don't know, this gives us mostly strength, right? What's going to be our weapon of choice for damage testing purposes? Probably would be the most fair to use a Livid Dagger because it's not like a special weapon that does more against a specific enemy. And this has no pet item, mind you, but it gives 25.5% bonus attack speed. Not bad. If I were to give it Hurtful, what are we looking at? Oh, hold on. We should put on 3/4 Shadow Assassin with Warden Helmet, the ultimate Iron Man Shadow Assassin non-getup right here. 699 strength and 989% crit damage. Okay, so we're a little unbalanced at the moment. I guess we could put our tuning points into strength to help balance it a little bit. Better. Nice. So we're at 100% bonus attack speed with the Livid Dagger, 54 without. Let's do a damage test, shall we? A little unbalanced with the stats, but that's fine. Okay, so let's try with, for example, with a skeleton first. 122k. Let's try with Tiger. 157k. Not bad. A Golden Dragon with 98 levels to go. 132. It's right up there, dude. Obviously Lion's gonna do the best. 154. Yeah. That's just not fair though, because it gives the bonus to triple strike and first strike. 177k. That was because it was a backstab. We have so much longer to go. It's comparable. Granted, that's with only 80 mil in the bank, chat. So that's another thing. People are probably wondering, Virus, where'd you get 80 mil? I thought you were broke last time. I sold the rest of the gems from my backpacks. That's what happened. They're gone. Well, there you go, chat. We now have the best pet in the game. We just need to get it leveled up. So, with that out of the way, I would like to switch back to a different setup. So, Golden Dragon, I think safe to say, leveling that should be a priority. And we should keep an eye out for any coal appearances in the election room. Finnegan's Mare, which I've also been taking advantage of. We'll see some. Look what we've got here. Okay. So here's my plan with that. The last time Derpy was mayor, I noticed that some people went out and got their catacombs from nothing, literally nothing, to cata 50. So I'm thinking what we do is I kind of don't have a life for like 5 days. Once Derpy's elected, we do some Dugans off camera. And by some, I mean a lot. There's so much gear that is like locked to this profile because of dungeons. And if there was any time to grind it, it would be then. So I think that's going to be the play. We might do some floor 6 runs. That might also be a good idea because floor 7 just takes too long. And then once I get my kata to like 35, then we start doing floor 7s. And then it shouldn't be as big a struggle. And then go to M1, M2. Yeah. We're going to try. We're going to get our kata as high as possible. But that is future plans. Let's start with the now. So we're going to head to the garden. Now, prepare for a jump scare, chat. Doesn't really look like much has happened. But if we head over to the visitor's logbook over here, and then I swap to never completed an offer, you might notice we are already at like nobody left. Terry from Jerry Island, Spaceman, Royal Resident, and Hungry Hiker. There's nobody left on the list. I've been busy, and actually Leo is right here, literally right here. So if I just give him some mutant netherwort, then we're off to the races. So yeah, we have been busy. Now, I think it's also time for me to show off my plots here. Now, you're probably like, wait a minute. You only had like 8 slots unlocked. What happened, my dude? You have like 15 of them now. I did some farming. And by some, I mean a lot. And a lot of farming is an understatement. These are custom plots, my dudes. Multiplot 1 and multiplot 2. Here's what I did. I made an empty plot, and then I decided to go and visit Melon King DE's island, one of our very own top members. Also just so happens to be the example on how to make farms. So I yoinked some farm designs. Welcome to the mushroom farm, cocoa bean, cane, and netherwort. All 4 of these crops go all the way across all 5 garden plots, to the point where quite literally I cannot get from one end to the other fast enough without switching my setup back to mana. This is what I've been up to. This is not the only one. As a matter of fact, I don't even use this netherwort farm. I just kind of put it here because I figured why not. And for those that are like, wait a minute, didn't this take you like 20 hours to build? That's so many blocks. No, I literally used the builder's ruler, which places whole rows up to like here. So I built it once, took like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then just pasted it. Now I'm not done. That is multiplot 1. Now we go to the other side and we have multiplot 2. This one is far more useful in my opinion. So this one, potato, carrot, wheat, netherwort, wheat, netherwort. This is the farm I actually use for netherworts. And then finally, cactus. This cactus farm is so large that it's infinite. You can infinitely farm cactus. I've accomplished the impossible. I took the least space efficient crop and I made it infinitely farmable, and it just keeps going. It's still going. Cactus is arguably one of the worst crops in the game. Now, I'm gonna take some special credit here. I did copy the initial design from Melon King, but I improved upon it. Kind of. There's some upside, some downside. The upside is, as opposed to Melon King's design, he only has 1 row of cactus in the middle. It's like side, middle, side. There is no second middle on the top. What I did is I compacted, I squished it down by 1 more block, and I changed the way you farm it. I actually have 4-layer high snow here. This is by my design. I went and tested this. This is not just a thing I copied. It started from Melon King's design, but then I kind of made it my own. So if we were to take a cactus knife, for example, the only caveat is if you skill issue, then you break the farm. So what you need to do basically is be at 400% speed with the rancher boots. And then you need to be at this angle right here, where you're breaking only the top blocks. It's like a diagonal. I'm making it look more complicated than it is. It's literally just this. This is how you farm the cactus. So the way cactus farming really works is because of the way that this tool is coded, you only really break the one cactus immediately in front of you, regardless of how fast your haste is or how fast you're running. I'm at 400% speed right now. And you're gonna see once I make it to the other end, right here, then I just go like this. And then I get the other two cactus without breaking the bottom stem. I haven't actually made any of the end pieces yet. It's only templates without an actual mechanism for like switching. I would imagine the reason why Melon King set these up this way is it's a snake pattern where you start going like this, you maybe walk backwards, and then you go like this. Same goes for this. But we haven't actually made the snake patterns yet. It's just up to the edge. I did all of this in a matter of about 6 hours yesterday. I see. So you'd probably snake pattern it. So you'd go like this, and then you go back, then you go forward, then you go like this. Oh, that's smart. You'd hit this block, you'd go like this, you'd go back. I kind of like that. Yeah, we are definitely going to take advantage of this design here. Ludo specifically said that he's going to design something that works. Now, the day savers have me a little concerned because that would potentially be a performance issue. So those of you watching, especially watching the videos and don't stop around streams, yes, I am getting a surgery, perhaps multiple surgeries. So for those that are not aware, I have been I've had an issue my entire life with this, my nose. You probably can't tell, but I'm manually breathing all waking hours of the day. Like, you know those memes where it's like, oh, now you're manually breathing? That is me all the time. The reason being, it's not easy to breathe through my nose. I mean, when I really try to go for it, it sounds like I'm doing a line. Sorry. The reason being, I have a deviation. I believe I thought it was to the left, but I'm not sure, because basically if I want to breathe, I have to go like this. And then there you go. My nose is red because sunburn and I've been running and stuff. That doesn't have to do with this. Anyways, so there's a deviation in my nose. But that's not the only issue. Even when I adjust the nose so that the airway is straight, the other problem is when you go further up, like in this region, then there's these organs that apparently have something to do with your sense of smell. I don't remember. Turbinates? Mine are larger than normal. You might be like, oh, that's cool. That means you could smell better? No. As a matter of fact, it makes it harder to smell because it blocks the airway. So they're larger than normal. It's like essentially if you had a hose, right? And these turbinates are at like this spot right here. And they're so large that the section of a hose that's this thick, it goes down to like this. That's all that's left. It's like you have a hose that's been kinked and there's like a point where the air doesn't get through. Because of that, breathing sucks for me. It always has. I don't really know what life is like without this problem, but I went to see an ENT a few days ago, 3 days ago. I made a community post about it, and I spent $800 so far for an endoscopy. It's where they stick a camera up your nose. They spray you with like this numbing spray, and then they do that. They checked, and that's how I know these things now, because the ENT told me, he's like, yeah, you got larger turbinates and you have a deviation, which is making it hard for you to breathe. So what are we doing? Well, we scheduled a CT scan for next month on like the 18th or something. There's the US healthcare system for you. I gotta wait a whole month to get a CT scan. We're gonna make sure there's no other surprises up there. And then we're gonna schedule some surgeries. I'm gonna get a septoplasty. This is something I've already been aware of. I predicted I was gonna be doing this already, so my suspicion was correct. And then we're also going to get a turbinate reduction surgery. It's basically like getting a liposuction specifically for the inside of my nose in a very specific place. So if all goes according to plan, the airway should be straightened and airflow should be normal. So I would not be manually breathing 24/7. I should no longer be a mouth breather. I should no longer presumably have probably sleep apnea, if I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't done a sleep study, but you know, sometimes I do wake up feeling kind of garbage, so that might be why. But anyways, that is a thing that will be happening. We are now garden level 11, 5,000 XP away from garden level 12. If you go to the desk, we have all of our crops upgraded to tier 5, which is probably the max reasonable amount, at least for this stage of the game. And the composter has gotten a ton of upgrades. And I've determined by this point, enchanted seeds are the GOAT for actually fueling this. So there's some advice for you. It's honestly great. Would recommend. There's not a lot of uses for enchanted seeds in the game. And I've already figured that. We have the 18 boxes of seeds. That's all we need. So I should probably also point out what's going on in my ender chest. There's a lot in here. So I've been prepping some stuff for today's stream. So you might notice, probably the most important for this profile is I've acquired quite a lot of stuff here, a very specific amount of a lot of stuff. This is all of the goods required to do this. We're going to start out by making melon boots. Boom.
Wow, full melon armor. Ah.
And then what we could do is head over to the museum, actually. I believe melon armor is a museum set. So put that in there. And then immediately take it back out because we're going to need it. So we're going to take this and we're actually going to upgrade it. Now, there's going to be some people in chat like, wait, but don't you need... So I'm going to be crafting crappie armor. People are probably going to be, but wait, crappie armor doesn't drop crappies. It drops squashes, which means you can't get the talisman. That's fine. I predict it's not going to take very long for us to get Fermento armor, which has the ability of all the items. So whatever. So we're upgrading straight to, and it's the crappie helmet. How much better is that anyways? It's a difference of, that's a difference of, no, 7. A difference of 7 farming fortune. I can do math. Oh. Hello. It took a while to get these resources, by the way. All of this was done with the default farms. No craziness just yet. So yeah, that's a thing. And then we have the leggings. Boom. And then finally, 2 tightly tied hay bales and the boots. So that is crappie armor. We have officially upgraded for a total of what? Is it +7 per piece? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's the rarity increase. Okay, so it is like +7 per piece. So +24. That's not bad. There we go. It has also been put in the museum. Now, the thing is, we actually aren't going to be using the boots. We're still going to use the rancher boots because they're better. These give, what, 6 farming fortune there, but then another 54. Oh, it's because we're not in the garden. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it's still better. The only thing that's affected is the chance for squashes, which is fine. We're not going for